So today is the opening day of this center, no? Now, after vacation. So everyone is relaxing. Anyway, so our topic today is faith, religion and realization. This is more at par with the idea that Swami Vivekananda's Chicago address in this September 11, it was that, and that is the 126th year, it's 125th year ending. So different places, different centers all over the world have celebrated this Swami Vivekananda's this 9/11 story, though it is a world parliament, but especially to remember his message. So that it has a relation with it, because the whole world stands on, all the world religion stands on one thing, faith. And everyone speaks, what is your faith? What is my faith? What is your faith? So faith is one important point. Second point, my religion, your religion, which religion is higher religion, which is to be followed. No, this is the second. But no one talks mostly of realization. But in Swamiji's teachings and in Vedanta teaching, they are all related together. Realization, as we all know, the goal of all spiritual practices, and faith has a big place in our spiritual journey. And rituals, if normally, religion normally means my rituals versus your rituals. All the people are fighting in doctrine, dogma and rituals. And that is called the religion, normally sense. Though Swami Vivekananda said that religion is realization only, not the doctrines, not the dogmas, not the forms. But one cannot deny the necessity of the doctrines and all these rituals in which we are born and which we can inculcate in our life. And that to start with, there must be a faith. So these are all three steps to journey into the spirit. Fundamentally, one important point is faith, because we believe in God. That's why we are struggling to do the ritual, going to temple, churches, singing song, bhajan, prayer. What is the need of all this? And then that's why we follow some doctrine. My doctrine is this, your doctrine is this, God is like that, God is like that. And everyone will have their difference of opinion. That's true. But whatever one believes, that faith, that's called the working faith. We have to separate it out in two ways, working faith and the real faith, genuine faith. If genuine faith comes, he sees God. Swami Ramakrishna said, if a perfect, genuine faith actually dawns in anyone's heart, then he has reached the goal. God is, I have seen, I interact. It is that type of, it's called the faith. It is in the scripture, it is said that faith is that conviction, not conviction, but experience there. So Shraddha can be ultimately leading to that conclusive experience that it is, God is there, that experience comes. But working faith, I believe in God, but I don't see God. I am believing because my forefathers say, because of the sages have said, because the holy faith people have talked about that, and I believe. But I am not sure whether God is there or not, it is not sure. So that is the starting point. But faith is the foundation. So three pillars, as I said, of spiritual journey is like this. The first pillar is some working faith. I have not seen, but the Upanishadic sages have experienced it. Saints and seers of truth in every religion, they are talking of God. They have seen God, they have talked with God. and we find their stories, how they interacted, like Sri Ramakrishna talking to God directly. No question of your doubt there. Faith and doubt. The doubt is no more there, because he says, what Swami Vivekananda said, that if you know, if you have the understanding, realization, the whole world may come with a sword in hand to kill you, but you will not have to bend in that, because your conviction is so deep. If everyone says God is not there, but you have experience, there is no question. So that will be the conclusion, that perfect faith. So starting from working faith, following some rituals and disciplines in a particular faith tradition, and following that, the purification of the heart by that rituals and believing prayers and doctrines and dogmas, whatever is there, faithfully following those things will purify the heart, and that faith will then express itself in the form of experience or realization. So it is not contradictory, but it is stepping stone, one leading to the other. Faith. So the very first point, faith. Faith is actually, faith guides our life. We cannot live even a moment without faith. You go to restaurant to have a lunch or supper or a dinner, but you have full faith that they are not putting poison in your food, that you will be killed. Yes, we believe it. But there are many people that think that they are putting poison in my food. She has no faith. That's why those people don't go to restaurant, go to any people, don't trust anyone. But we have the faith. Faith is there. That a common example I give. You go to the barber shop, and with a full razor in his hand, you give your body to that person, and you have full faith that he is not going to cut my throat. It's a faith. So we do this. But suppose faith is there. Suppose we are driving every day. We have faith that everyone is following the rules and disciplines, and no one is my enemy, just will hit me and then kill me. Then you cannot start your car even to go into the different places. So faith. So our whole life rotates around faith, no? For God, there should be faith. And what is that faith? Not to the words of any fools and idiots or whatever they say, but Guru Vedanta Bhakkeshu Ativa Vishwasa. Vedanta Society talks about whom to trust. Trust your Guru and trust Vedanta Bhakka. What is the Upanishad tells, what Gita says, what Ramakrishna said, what Buddha said, what Christ said. So go to the root. So that you cannot be doubtful at the very beginning that there is no gravitational law. Because I don't know. There is no big star, bigger than anything like our Los Angeles. What you see, dots of light in the sky in the night time. It's only dot of light. Yes, your experience is not sufficient. You have to believe in the scientists. That what is that galaxies you see, what is the stars you see in the right, what are they, what is that constitution, how big are they. So we believe them. First, at the very outset, as a student of science, we cannot deny all the truth which has been understood by their scientists. So in spiritual science also, there are saintly people, they are realized people, they have experienced and they have given some expression of those experiences. So we should have faith, firm faith in that. Ativa Vishwasa, it is called the extreme. There is no doubt. Start with that. If you don't believe in your GPS, that every time we do that. No. But when first GPS was becoming popular, there was a crazy thing. Yes, sometimes GPS takes us to wrong place also. But when GPS has improvised now, we know that GPS, nowadays nobody cares. Just put the GPS address and start your car. Right, left, and it has become involuntary action. Faith has come back that GPS is not going to take me in a land which I don't want to go and I'll be in trouble. So GPS is to be trusted. So Upanishad, these are the GPS. The sages are the GPS. So you'll have to trust. But though you trust, that trust has no meaning because you have no experience. You're only believing in someone says something and you're believing. That's true. Yes, someone is telling that if you drive this way, that way, you will reach certain destinations, say San Francisco. Huh? But I am to believe it. And then how the belief will be a reality when traveling like that, and we have heard the description from different saints. Now if you go after a certain mile, you will see there is a McDonald's on the right side. Or you see there is a Ferris wheel or something like that big. Or some Disneyland will come after a certain distance. You see that Disneyland. Oh, then you say, I have come up to Disneyland. Then it is right. So then you can confirm your faith. But at the very beginning of the start, you cannot doubt it in such a way that it stops your journey of spiritual growth. So faith is that very important. Guru and Vedanta Vakya, that is the to trust, the trustworthy people. The scientists, spiritual scientists, those who have experimented and got the result. So that is very important. And Katha Upanishad says Shraddha, his faith is termed as in Sanskrit, very beautiful word, Shraddha. And Shraddha is the word used by Upanishads also. And Swamiji preferred that word Shraddha because it is not only faith, but it has also conviction, faith, conviction and respect. Sometimes we respect certain things, but we don't follow that. We have faith in something, but we have not that respect for that. Suppose I give the example when you go to a barber shop and we have general respect, but we don't respect like our guru or like our Ishta and fall at the feet of the barber. No, we don't do that. But we have faith that he will not cut by throat. That much faith is there. Faith is there, but respect is lacking. And our life, respect is there. We go to the temple and bow down, but we don't follow the instruction given by that deity whom we are following. What Ramakrishna said, what Krishna says, we don't do that. But we salute, we offer flower, and we chant mantra and all these things, but have no faith. That is the partial lacking of the faith. So, even, say, Sikh religion worships the Granth Sahib book. That book is so holy, they worship as living God. No? That they do. But how many people follow the instructions of Guru Nanak? That's a different question. But if these two are blended together, then becomes Shraddha. That means you respect also. Deep and faith, conviction is there. And at the same time, you follow what the scripture says, what the holy person says, what the Upanishad says, what the Gita teaches us to live the life. So this too is the impact that is called Shraddha. And Katha Upanishad says, in the child's mind, the Nachiketa, Shraddha avivesha, meaning as if Shraddha is some quality sitting outside somewhere of us, because we have no Shraddha. We got so many instructions from our parents. We love our parents, we respect them, we touch their feet in Indian tradition. In Western tradition, you also have some way of showing respect. But do we follow their words? No. So it is Shraddha is not there. But Shraddha will be there, faith will be there, trust will be there, respect will be there. Say, Nachiketa's life, what happened? Nachiketa is a young boy, and the Upanishad says, Shraddha avivesha. Shraddha entered into the mind of that Nachiketa. When? when you see his father was performing a yajna, and every sacrifice has, at the end you have to give gift. But his father was a miser person, and he was giving odd gifts which should not be given to anyone. See, dead cows almost, who cannot drink, who cannot eat, who cannot give milk or anything, useless. But as a name, I am giving gift to you, which normally people sometimes do. I cannot use anymore, throw away thing, okay, I gift it. That's also good. It is half a loaf is better than nothing. But real gift is there, I like the best and I give it. No? So then Nachiketa, father doing this thing, arrogant son will be saying, hey, what are you doing, Dad? Hey, you are doing wrong thing. You should correct yourself. We start giving advice to the father, no, or mother. That's the same. Now, whatever happened, now Nachiketa was a different. Shraddha Abhivesha. He said, oh my God, my father is giving this type of gift and he wants to go to heaven. He will not be able to go because all the rituals are perfect, but this ritual is lacking. So, here is the lacking part. So, I am the son of my father. Father, best gift will be if father gives me to somebody. With that respectful attitude, he approached his father, not complaining. You are idiot, you don't take a right decision, you are doing wrong things, you should not do like that. No advice, nothing. See, Shraddha makes it different. He corrected himself and he offered himself for the father's good of father. And then father said, oi, out of anger, he said, go, I give it to the house of death. My God. We will be furious to fight with the dad. What do you give it to death? I came for doing good to you and you are putting me to God of death. But what he said, his Shraddha, faith and trust in Guru, in the teachings of Father. He said, oh, why Father is sending me to the God of death? Those who do bad things for punishment, God goes to the Jama's house. I am not a bad boy. I didn't do anything. I am a good person. I may not be top among the all, but among many, I am top grade. A+. I am maybe A, but I cannot be B or C. That faith, trust in himself, trust in Father's words came. And his mind took it in a different way. Oh, that means Father is teaching me to go to the God. Death means he is the God who knows this side of life and what is afterlife. So he will be my teacher. Wow, he is giving me an opportunity to learn from an ideal teacher. And he excitedly went to the Jama's house. And there he didn't go like us superficially. I mean, my dad has asked me to meet you, so I will not drink water. He remained fasting 3 days there. And the God of death came back after 3 days, and he says, okay, you are waiting here for 3 nights. I'll give you 3 boons for 3 days. It is very inauspicious. I am a holy man. I should not keep someone fasting at my door. So I should substitute with good boons. Take 3 boons, what you like. They see, the first boon he asked for, my father's peace. We should be angry forever in our life. The dad this for me and send me to the God of death. But he said, no, let my father who loved me very much, because I came away, he is not getting good sleep. He is restless. Let his rest be full rest and let him be in peace. First, and when I came here for questioning, I am not a bad guy to be punished. So when I go back from here after death, let my father recognize that I am not a ghost. So, see how intelligently he is asking for. So, right type of boon, and then first question, second question, he came to know the highest truth, that after death, is there any life? Some say it is there, some say there is heaven. Say heaven question, he solved it, second question. Some say there is heaven. What are the way? Can anyone go? And then yes, you can go to heaven. These are the way to perform the rituals, and then you can go to heaven. And he instantly learned that. The last question was that, what is there beyond death? Is there any eternal life or question? See, Shraddha took him step by step to the highest experience of that knowledge which is called Kathopanishad. So this is the Shraddha can do. And this Shraddha is, it is not following the path of a blind person, so that to rely on anyone and everyone. People do in spiritual life, no? You give me $5,000 and get Samadhi tomorrow. So people give $5,000 and go to Samadhi. What type of Samadhi they get, they only know. But people are fooled. So we believe in fools, but we don't believe in the spiritual people who can enlighten us. So here, Gita also said, a person is known, Sattanurupa sarvasya, Shraddha bhavati bharata, Shraddha mayayang purusha, you yashraddha saevasa. You know a person, destiny of a person is shaped by the use to which this faculty of Shraddha is input. As is your faith, as is your trust, as is your love and respect for the ideal, you are that person. Everyone is guided by that. So, Shraddha of every person is in accordance with this nature of disposition. A person is of the nature of his Shraddha. What is one's Shraddha is verily the person is the same. That is the Gita 17th chapter. So this Shraddha has so much importance. So we are dealing with Shraddha first, and the Vaishnava literature also pays attention to this Shraddha. Shraddha says, in Sri Chaitanya talking to Sanatana Goswami, he says 9 points about how Shraddha can lead you to ultimate prema. Prema, tuning oneness in the consciousness of the divine. You become one in love with God. So he says, by God's grace, by his own good karma, kono bhagye kono jiver shraddha jodi hoy. Only one gets into this type of faith and trust in one's life. Tobe sei jiva sadhu sangha karaye. Then that shraddha, that faith, that trust, that respect for knowing the truth takes him to find holy man and takes him to the holy company. He will be or she will be running for finding a holy person, going to holy pilgrimage, going to holy places. All this urge comes because of that faith and trust in truth, in realization. And then, if by chance, because of this fundamental need is faith, which has been translated, I am saying at Shraddha, the better term, in the Sanskrit way, if one acquires that Shraddha, it leads step by step to the ultimate union with the divine. So how Vaishnava literature talks about, then that impulsively it will take that person to a holy company. Sadhu Sangha Karai, that will force you. You cannot sit idle. When that urge comes, your trust, Swami Vivekananda said, faith in God, faith in yourself. Faith in God, yes, God is there, and that is the way to get out of the sufferings of life. And faith in me, I have the potential to follow that path, and I can realize it. So, two-way Shraddha. And then it will force you, it will goad you, as we just referred to the Gita's chapter 17, chapter 4th verse, that as is his one Shraddha, the person is that. As is his faith in the Jaksha Rakshasa, he will be Rakshasa type person. If it is a holy person, holy mood will come. So it all depends on one's faith primarily. And as is one's faith, if real faith comes or Shraddha comes, then that will inspire that person to run for holy company. And then holy company will be, and going to the holy company, what is the result? Holy company means not wearing a gerua or wearing some dress and making mark. but really holy person who lives with God consciousness. That is called the holy person. No. If you go to such a person, what will happen? Sadhu sangha hoite hoy sravana kirtan. You see that sadhu is doing japa. Sadhu is absorbed when some devotional bhajan comes, he gets absorbed in meditation. So you get the inspiration to do sravana, listening to the holy text, kirtana, praising, dancing. In Vaishnava literature they will say sravana kirtana means you listen to holy words, you sing songs, Hare Krishna, or in Rama, 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 whatever is your tradition or mother, you see the bhajan, kirtan, so many things. You can use your time that way and you get involved into that sravana, listening to holy, and kirtana means yourself. And then if you start that is the bhajan, that is the process to it. Shraddha is taking, this is called the ritual. Shraddha is taking you to the ritual. Why? You follow certain disciplines. And Vaishnava way of thing will be there. You chant the name of Lord, sing the glories, dance in the name, eat the prasad, serve others, thinking that Lord is there in others, serve your Ishta Devata in the temple, good food offering and dress and everything, all serve him like a human being, lila. So think of that. Those are the bhajana. Vedanta will say, Savana, Manana, Nididhyasana. You think you are who you are. We hear from the scripture. Then you reflect upon that. And then you go on deeper. What will happen? And that this process, that is I am talking about the second point, religion. It is leading us to religion. Meaning, not the ultimate religion, but religion meaning the rituals and forms and doctrines to follow, what to do every day. That is the ritual we are talking about, dharma. Sadhan bhakta, this practice, this is the sadhana bhakti. In the Vaishnava literature, the devotional practice, every day you are getting in the morning, taking shower and chanting Krishna name or Rama name or Shiva name, and you do all this practice, you all sarva anartha nivritti. Anartha means unholy association, unholy things which bars us from going towards God. Those obstacles will be removed. That is the point. Anartha is the fourth point. So first is Shraddha, taking us to, automatically pushes us to holy company. Holy company inspires us to do bhajan kriya, to do the spiritual practice, chanting his name. We call japa in the morning, meditation japa. These are bhajana kriya. And bhajana kriya, what is doing every day, if you continue to that it is removing all the obstacles of our mind, the tendencies which take us to the world and worldliness. And then this, as the obstacles are getting close, your tendency to do more meditation, more prayer, it will generate in your heart. So bhajanange nishtha. We do practice, but we have not developed nishtha. Nishtha is a deeper word, that you practice and you hold on. Nishtha means every one day you miss, or the time of your meditation is just passing away, you will be restless. You cannot do that. You will give up other activity. Oh, I'll have to meditate. People do. That they do when? When suppose I am to do the arati. Oh, it's 6 o'clock, I'll have to run. And people can throw away, go. But will we do? Talking to somebody over phone, can you say, hey, stop. This is my meditation time. That real faith will be leading to nishtha, means one-pointed urge to practice, bhajana in practice. And nishtha means trying to pull my mind from other distraction to bhajan, to spiritual practice. That will generate deeper sense, and that will take us to bhajane ruchi. Ei je anartha nivritti bhakte nishtha hoy, nishtha hoite ruchi upajay. Ruchi means you generate a new taste. Your taste for other things silently disappeared from your heart. I used to like to go to party, I used to go to commit to the people's this and that, those other responsibilities. All responsibilities will automatically be gone from the heart of the person, and they'll generate a taste for God, to be absorbed with God, to live with God. That ruchi means deeper absorption or nishtha, holding on to that practice will be deeper and deeper. Your taste will grow as healthy food versus the junk food. We live in junk food. 24 hours minus God, whatever we think, it is a junk food. And it creates our health hazard, spiritual health hazard. But we are not so much careful. But if this practice, Shraddha, comes, then we will be alert. And then it will force us to go into that state, a new taste of life. We call taste of bhajan, taste of spiritual life will come. Our most of the time we do, it is just I'm falling asleep, I'm trying to get out. But no, when that ruchi will come, then you will enjoy that. You will find it, hey, I am such a fool. How I used to spend my days, and there is so much joy inside. So that ruchi, that is the sixth stage. And after that ruchi, then what will come? Ruchi hoite bhakti hoy ashakti prachir. Ashakti means attachment. Attachment, as we are attached to our petty thoughts, petty ideas, petty feelings, petty object of love, then you will be attached to God in such a way that you don't want to get separated from your ishta or your practice. So these are, in English language we cannot just use the word, but Sanskrit has developed such different depths of those feelings. So almost it seems the same, but deeper and deeper it is deepening into the experience. So ruchi means taste. The taste grows from worldliness to spirituality. Prayer, meditation, those will be more prominent, more dominant in the life. Other things will lose its value, lose its interest. So it is step-by-step development. And then will come attachment, as Radharani. They are all attached to Krishna. Radha was attached to Krishna. Yes, we are attached to many things. But Ramakrishna was attached to Holy Mother, Mother Kali. So attached, he cannot forget a moment. And as we are attached to something which I cannot forget whole day. That's the worldly and that's the spiritual. So gradually it has taken us to Ashakti. And if the Ashakti, you come up to that point, Ruchi hoite bhakti hoy Ashakti prachur, Ashakti hoite chitte janme Krishna priti rankur. Priti means, again, deep love, deep focus on God, Krishna, nothing but Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Priti, prem, that's the same word Ramakrishna also used. Prem is such a subject, such a pure state of absorption or love for God that only it happens to the Ishwar Kotis or avatars. Sri Chaitanya prem hoto. Ramakrishna said, Sri Chaitanya used to have prema for Krishna. Only such pure practice and long time practice leading to that state of perfection, that is called the priti. And sei priti ankur, sei bhav gada hoile dhare prema naam. Then that prema, you attain to that prema, you become love body, Ramakrishna said. Everything becomes love, expression of love. And that prem, sei prem prayojan, that is the love we want at what is called Sarva Ananda Dham, which is the abode of all bliss and all purity. That is the Sri Chaitanya's teachings to Sanatana Goswami. Similarly, we find in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is also a devotional text, which has been given to Sri Jiva Goswami, another disciple of Sri Chaitanya. And there also advice is given from the same source, Sri Chaitanya. You find the same only in Sanskrit. It is mentioned, Adau Shraddha. First point is Shraddha. Tata Sadhu Sangha. Then comes holy association. Third point, Atho Bhajana Kriya. Then you feel inspired by that holy person to practice yourself that little spiritual practice. Tata Anartha Nivritti. If you start doing like that, day by day, my obstacles to spiritual growth will be wiped out. Tato Nishtha. From there comes one-pointed practice, tendency to practice one-pointedly. Tato Ruchi. After that, your taste changes. I was to use my time this way, I cannot. I like to use this way. Your taste changes. And ruchi, atho ashakti. When ruchi, when it's deepened, then you become attached to the spiritual practice, attached to thinking of God, like a lover thinks of the beloved. He cannot forget. So that type of ashakti, attachment comes. And that deepens into bhava, tato bhava. And non bhava, tato prema, abhud danchati. Then prema will generate. Sadhukanang ayang prema. This sadhaka, when it practices this type of love relationship with the divine, pradur bhavet kramaha. It will generate gradually by practicing all these steps. So this is the idea about what we call the Shraddha or faith. So faith is very important at the very beginning. Vedanta also supports this idea of faith. Faith what? Satsangatte nishangattam. To the company of the holy person, if you go, first holy company. Again, they are emphasizing, Vedanta also, in Shankaracharya, in Bhajagovinda, verse number 9, it says, Satsangatte nishangattam. Satsanga, you have a holy company. A tremendous impact of holy company. That will take you to nishanga. Nishanga means arises detachment in the life, happiness, misery, it is coming, okay. But the holy company gives us the inspiration to lead a life in a different way, to God-centric life. So that tendency takes us inside. And from that means you become detached a little bit from the world, non-attachment. Nishangatte nirmohattam. When that detachment comes, then the delusion goes away. Hey, I was so many years of my life attached to these things. But is there any meaning of being in this delusion forever? So you become nirmoho. The delusion gradually goes away from the mind. Non-attachment comes, from non-attachment comes the state of freedom. Nirmohatte nischalattam. Then you become delusion free. If you can delusion free, nischalatattam, your mind remains in the tattva, the truth, nischala, firm, not quivering. That state will come. And nischala tatte, if you can attain to that state of nischala, state of firm state in the knowledge of the self, what will happen? Jivan mukti. Shankaracharya says, then you attain Jivan mukti. So language is different. Jivan mukti person, what he sees? He sees God everywhere. He is saturated in the divine love. So all this is detached into the world. Already because of the practice they gone. But beginning point is sadhu sangha, shraddha. First is your shraddha. First you have to have that devotion, basic, fundamental. And that comes from sadhu sangha. So sadhu sangha, shraddha leading step by step into the state of perfect jivan mukti. Or in the bhakti school, it is pratik prema, the deepest culmination of the bhakti practice is the prema. And that prema is when there everything dissolves on the love. They remain in that love and awareness. So now, this is but religion, as I said, religion should, that is realization, as Swami Vivekananda says. And what he says, that goal is to manifest this divine. And that should be, but rituals are necessary, as I said. Rituals and dogmas and doctrines, they help us to step by step improve in this line. But people get stuck into that. That's why it is said, we go into church, good. We go into temple, good. But we should not die there. That's why Swamiji said, it is better to be born in a church, not to die in a church. What does it mean? We go into some rituals, we go into some faith, we go into certain thing, and we get stuck there. And my dogma, my doctrine, your dogma, your doctrine. So there comes all nasty things in the world. They are not spiritual people. They are not practicing in their life. They are only fighting my faith, your faith, your faith. So who is stronger? Then you cannot come in argument, then take a sword and go and kill somebody. You are more powerful, your religion is powerful. And then your religion is causing trouble for others. Why it should be? Religion should give freedom. Your religious faith will give other inspiration. Say Nanak and others, you see their life. When they practiced, he united the whole Hindu and Muslim. Because those who are, by seeing their life, they all come. See, look at Ramakrishna's life. How many Muslims came, how many Hindus came, how many other religious people came, all assembled. So when the realization comes, he harmonizes everything. But when there is no touch of spirituality, then only dogmatism and doctrine, and then fight and killing and butchery, this becomes a religion. So religion should be, the whole of religion is to be to direct our mind, as Vedanta says, by to manifest the divine, by control. There is a control, self-control. By controlling nature within. That is spiritual life. You control your nature. And not to control others first. First control yourself, your passion, your anger, your frustration, your mean-mindedness, your pettiness, your non-godliness. Work on that first. And then, so that's why it is quoted now and then. I have mentioned many times when that statement came, that when Balram Bosu wrote to Swami Vivekananda while he was in this country, "Oh, I met Sri Ramakrishna, I met such a great soul, but what has happened? Nothing happened in my life." So, at that famous word, Swami Vivekananda said, "You had been a cow, you have become a human being, and you'll be a god." What does it mean? You are leading a life of an animal life, eating, sleeping, dying, and one day gone. That was your life. Now you have been aware that you are a human being. You need to know God. God realization is the goal of love. That is the development you have done by Sadhu Sangha, no? And what you will be? You will be God yourself. So this is the development of spiritual life, and religion should always help us. So then comes the question of realization. And realization, of course, is the culmination. And when realization comes, what remains? In bhakti or in jnana, the personality, the ego, which is the cause of all bondage, that is dissolved, that goes away. Whether you are in Vedanta path, or in bhakti path, or in dhyana path, meditation path, this ego must have to go. And the divine ego should come up. So, realization, actually very much important. The pratibodha viditam. If there is God, I have to realize God. And realize God in every pore of my being. Not being a follower of a particular religion makes me spiritual. It matters little which religion you belong, which banner you carry. But are you religious? Then your faith should lead to religious practice to the experience of the highest truth, which is God realization or self-realization, or to be established in that absolute blissful state or in absolute joy. So this idea must have to be carried out into our mind, that this is the hallmark of spiritual life, is realization. If realization minus realization, any number talk is talk. Shankaracharya says it is only mere expression of your intelligent vocabulary. You are very intelligent to use vocabulary in many ways to satisfy the intellect. But it is also your intellectual enjoyment. But that can give you peace up to that far. Even bhakti, if you are not really reaching the goal of prema, which is the ultimate. That's why in Vrindavan everyone says, Radhe, 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 Radhe. To get the prema like Radha, there is nothing but Krishna. So that to attain, how will you attain that climax? To start in this way, by step, religion. And all the religion, as Swamiji said, that all the religions has produced men and women of exalted character. And there is the potential in every religion. Only every person should be faithful to that religion. But at the same time, as Swamiji's idea. Keep the door open for others and keep a broad perspective. Because Holy Sri Ramakrishna said, keeping the knowledge of the Advaita at your forehead, and then do what practice you want to do. So it should be realization and realization only. And a religion is known to be good or bad. How many such realized souls have been produced by that? How many holy people are there to influence others' roughness, pettiness? How many sadhus are there who can inspire us to generate in us that Shraddha? And with that Shraddha leading to bhajana, practice, and bhajan to ruchi, taste, change our taste to ashakti, attachment for God, and gradually living deeper and deeper into the realm of a divine plane where we are to go yet. So that is the faith, religion and realization. Thank you.